Hi everyone, welcome to my video about animal sign forecast in BaZi for 2026. My name is Ivan from House of Entrieri, or rather an AI avatar of myself. I am a BaZi, Qimendunjia, Feng Shui and Yijing consultant. In Chinese metaphysics, there are 12 animal signs in total, and each year, one of them takes the lead. In 2026, we enter the year of the horse, and more specifically, the fire horse. So today we'll talk about the rooster animal sign. Let's break it down. 2026 is a year where the rooster becomes more visible. Compared to last year, things start to move more smoothly. Opportunities feel easier to access. People are more receptive. Support shows up more naturally. But at the same time, visibility also means you are being observed more closely. So this is not a year to act casually or say yes to everything. It is a year to be more deliberate. The focus is not on chasing attention. It is on directing it properly. The overall theme here is quite simple. You're seen, you're supported, but you're also tested. This year, people notice you more easily. Your presence carries more weight. When you speak, people listen. There is also more freedom in how you move. You are less pulled into unnecessary drama, which gives you space to decide your own direction. But that freedom comes with responsibility. If you do not manage your time and energy properly, it is very easy to get distracted or spread too thin. So the key is to stay selective. Now, when it comes to career and influence, this is actually a strong year. You have support from the Moonstar, Heavenly Yi Nobleman, and Taiji. What this means in practical terms is that your strength this year is not about pushing hard. It is about knowing when and how to act. You may find yourself solving problems, managing situations, or helping things run smoothly behind the scenes. And people notice that. But here's the catch. The more capable you are, the more people will come to you with their problems. So you need to be selective. Not every issue needs your attention. Focus on the ones that actually matter to your growth or your position. The Heavenly Nobleman also brings support. This can come from mentors, senior people, or even unexpected sources. Help tends to show up when you are composed and clear, not when you are forcing things. Taiji adds another layer. It gives you the ability to think deeper, to reflect, and to see things more clearly. So this is also a good year for strategy, planning, and understanding your long-term direction. Now, in terms of relationships, this year is more active. With the red matchmaker, connections become easier. You may meet more people, enter new circles, or find that relationships develop more naturally. This applies to both personal and professional areas. But again, boundaries matter. Just because connections are easier does not mean all of them are useful. Without clarity, relationships can become distractions instead of support. So be intentional about who you engage with and how much time you give. Now, the main challenge this year comes from overcommitment and distraction. Piercing rope is about taking on too much. You may feel the need to say yes, to help, to participate. But if you overextend yourself, it affects your performance and your reputation. Hook spirit is about distraction. This can be anything that slowly takes your focus away. Social media, habits, emotional loops, even just being busy without real progress. There is also a link to unfinished matters. Things from the past that were not fully resolved may come back. So this is a good year to clear those. Close open loops. Finish what was started. Remove anything that is quietly draining your energy. Now, another important area is structure. With great assembly, the risk is not from big problems. It is from small things being unmanaged. If your systems are messy, things start to slip. So keep things organized. Simplify your workflow. Keep your routines clean. When your structure is strong, you can handle more without stress. When it is weak, even small issues become problems. On the emotional side, this year can feel more intense. The fire horse energy increases passion, but it can also increase reaction. So emotional discipline becomes very important. You will face situations that test your patience or your judgment. The goal is not to react quickly, but to respond properly. When you stay calm, your decisions improve. When you react emotionally, you lose clarity. Health-wise, the main issue is stress from overdoing things. If you take on too much, or if you do not rest properly, fatigue builds up. So manage your energy, rest when needed. Do not ignore small signs. Now, I have explained the 4 pillars in a previous video where your animal signs could appear. The term BaZi literally means 8 characters. These characters are derived from your birth date and time, translated into four pairs of Chinese elements called heavenly stems and earthly branches. When we talk about the boar in BaZi, most people only focus on the zodiac year. But in a full chart, the boar can appear in four different places: year, month, day, or hour, and each placement points to a different part of your life. Now, depending on where the rooster is in your chart, the focus changes slightly. If it is in your year pillar, your social visibility increases. You may attract more attention or enter new networks, but be mindful of who you align with. If it is in your month pillar, this affects your career. You may become the person people rely on to solve problems. Recognition may be slower, but your influence builds steadily. If it is in your day pillar, relationships become more active. There can be more attraction and connection, but boundaries are important to keep things stable. If it is in your hour pillar, this is about your future direction. You may gain more clarity in your plans, think more long term, and even guide others along the way. So if we bring everything together, the strategy for the rooster in 2026 is quite clear. Be visible, but do not overexpose yourself. Accept support, but do not rely on it too much. Solve problems that matter, not every problem. Set boundaries before you feel overwhelmed. Reduce distractions and protect your focus. Keep your systems organized. And most importantly, stay calm in how you respond. 2026 is not about doing more. It is about doing the right things with precision. When you manage that, your influence becomes stronger, more stable, and more meaningful over time. That is the outlook for the boar animal sign in 2026. I have covered the horse and dog animal sign recently. I'll be continuing the series and covering the remaining 9 animal signs so you can understand how the year plays out across the full cycle. If this was useful for you, take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It helps more people find this content and it allows me to keep sharing deeper insights like this. I'll see you in the next one.